if you understood how power worked, you would know that there's no way for a politician of a communist country to be good. The reason why is it has been explained in other videos, but I'll just explain it here. You've got your ruler, okay, but they're not the ruler. The people underneath them are the rulers. This ruler is just telling these people what to do, but these people are like five people, okay, and they're the real ones in control. Let's say we've got the main ruler, and then we have the ruler of military, the justice department, the ruler of banks, and blah blah blah. You have to have logistics. You can't do everything yourself. It's actually just impossible. Maybe in the future we could have an AI that would be able to do everything all at once, and then, I'd maybe give you a chance. But if you're just one person, you can't be everywhere at once. You can't do all those things. So you have these people underneath you that are doing them. If they decide that you're out, then you're out. Okay? You can do things to stop that. You can try to give them more money. You can try to separate them so that they don't want to be in a group. You can make them. You can do all sorts of mind games. You can. There's all these books. You can read them if you want. They'll tell you exactly what you can do to split these people apart and make them not want to rebel against you. But ultimately, at some point, you gotta give them more money and more resources, or else they'll rebel. And the reason why is because not only do you have these people, but they have those people. The military guy, he's got the what's called the defense of air, defense of water, defense of land. You've got police, you've got all these things, and that could be in the military, that could be in a different department. But either way, they've got people underneath them, and those people have people underneath them, and those people have people underneath them, and they all need resources. They all need money, and if there's a different ruler coming by that's going to say, hey, I'll give you double the amount. If that's even possible, then those five people underneath you, they're going to go to that guy, and you will be killed. So you can say, oh yeah, I'd be such a good ruler. I would give all the people equal amounts, or maybe you'd just say, if there was, just hypothetically, if Jesus was the ruler, he could do it. You know what? Maybe Jesus could do it. Maybe he has superpowers that he could allow that to happen. He could make bread into two pieces of bread, whatever. But any normal person wouldn't be able to do that, okay? A normal person can't make money out of nowhere, and they can't stop people from rebelling. You have to give your power to the people underneath you. And the thing is, right, if you think about this for 2 seconds, you'll realize, wait, if I've got all these millions of peasants over here, and I've got these five people that if they're under my control, I get to keep my position, and these millions of people don't matter, why would I give them money? Why would I give them food? Okay? You can keep them alive, you can give them the bare necessities, but these five people, they need everything. And also, I want a little bit for myself. Obviously, the ruler wants a little bit for him or herself. You could hypothetically not take stuff for yourself and give them a little bit more. Okay, that is possible. You could try to do that, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be nearly as much as if you have a democratic capitalist country, because in a democratic capitalist country, you don't have five people, you have 300 people, and these 300 people are all trying to appease the peasants, because the peasants are basically in these boxes. Okay, you've got the old people, the young people, the rich people, the poor people, blah blah blah. You've got tons of boxes, and as long as you have enough of those checked, then you're in power. And you need to keep those people appeased. You have to make sure that they're not being taxed too much, and that you're not going to be running them over with tanks, that the news isn't going to be talking about how terrible you are. Like, there's a ton of things you have to do to make sure that you stay in power. And a lot of that is not the same as communism, because in communism, you have to just give it to the five people, versus capitalism, you're incentivized to give it to all these people over here. You have to make hospitals, you have to make roads, you have to make schools. And that's a huge thing. If you are forced to educate your population, then the population has more control, because the population can think, I don't like this government, but I do like this one. versus a peasant population, which isn't thinking about the government. They're thinking about, I need this bread, or else I'm going to die. I'm going to go steal that bread, or I'm going to go buy that bread. I'm gonna work. Um, and that's what communist people are thinking. That's what people in North Korea are thinking. That's what people, or poor people in China are thinking. They're thinking, I need this. That is all I care about. And people in capitalist countries, they can be poor too. They can be thinking stuff like that. But we have a lot more of an incentive, and we have a lot more people that are educated. Okay, we have tons of people who are educated. We have the most educated in like all of history. We just have we have so much resources, and it's all because of capitalism. And you can complain all you want, and you can say, "Oh, communism is better." You're just wrong. Okay, the whole point of communism is not to give it to the poor people. The whole point of communism is to pretend to give it to the people and then give it to yourself. It's just another step of dictatorship. It allows you to um, push down the masses even more by not only taking all the resources away, but then telling them that they have everything. It's just another step. But that's the whole point of communism, really. And you can say whatever you want in the comments.